Welcome back, everybody, here at 6:41 on your Friday morning. January is Braille Literacy Awareness Month, and one thing that you may not know about Braille is turning a book into one with Braille can be very expensive.
Yeah, makes sense, right? Our Kim DeJulio shows us how a business in Livonia, though, was not going to let costs keep blind children from reading. Kim?
Good morning, guys. Yes, we all know how important books are, especially for children. So we're outside of Seedlings, Braille Books for Children. This place in Livonia is where thousands of Braille books are made. They're shipped all over the world. And it all started because one woman, well, she wanted to make a difference.
Food, water, shelter, literacy. It's that important.
Deborah Bondi had no connection to anyone who was visually impaired. However, she felt compelled to help those without sight read in a society that made books inaccessible to them.
That they have so many other battles to fight to get the education they need and the services that they need. They shouldn't have to fight for a simple thing like books.
She learned that Braille books could cost up to $100 simply because of how they're made.
If you make a mistake, you have to throw the page away and start over. So that's where I started.
She started on a printer like this, starting her nonprofit in her basement in 1984. Seedlings, making Braille books accessible to children.
And the band leader gave him 75 cents. If it wasn't for Seedlings, I wouldn't know how to read. I wouldn't even know how to read Braille.
Cara Gilmore was born blind with a condition called septo-optic dysplasia.
But it's basically where my eyes and my brain are physically fine, but the connection between the two is too tight to let the signal of light through. Okay. So I have no light perception. There's completely nothing. I see nothing. There's no light. There's no blackness. It's just nothing.
But there is so much behind Cara's eyes. A remarkable imagination, thanks to her ability to read Braille.
And it's just so cool how now these Braille dots come to me so fast. Mm-hmm. They just come. And I'm like, okay, now this is a P. Okay, now this is an N.
All to form a story like this one she's reading about Stevie Wonder.
Finally, he told Lula one day, "Mama, you know, maybe God doesn't mean for me to see. Maybe he means for me to do something else." And that something else was certainly going to include music.
In the 40 years since Seedling was established, the Braille printing industry has evolved with better printers, making Braille books easier to make. But Deborah says the increase in production still isn't enough to make the books cheap enough. It's still the support of Seedling's donors that's putting books in hands.
It's been all of these wonderful people that have jumped on board, starting with my dad, who made my first Braille printer. I couldn't have done it without him.
Guys, I just have to say, watching Cara read that book, it really warmed my heart. And it's all because of Seedlings here. And how about this? Seedlings provides up to 5 books for free for any child with sight restrictions in the U.S. and Canada. That's every year. Any book after that will cost them just $10. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars for books if Seedlings wasn't here. And if you are interested in Seedlings, your child has sight restrictions or maybe blind, you can contact them at www.seedlings.org. Back to you guys.
Oh, so heartwarming indeed. And thank goodness for Seedlings.
Right. Just great work that they're doing.
Absolutely. Help this organization if you can. If you want to learn more about how they are evoking our spirit, of that Go For It spirit, of course, we want you to help them if you can. And we also want to hear about other people and organizations you know of that evoke that Go For It spirit.
You can submit your nomination. Click on Detroit.com or email us at goforit@wdiv.com.